And we are good to go.
And I am praying to the internet gods that we could keep this up. Anyway, lovely people, how the heck are you?
Hello, everyone.
So, we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump right into talking about a topic that I think it's pretty timely: the Mortal Kombat movie and Mortal Kombat in general. I gotta, and before we go any further, this podcast is gonna be talking about, Mortal Kombat, a little bit of fun stuff related to music, hopefully, and then we'll talk about Final Fantasy as well.
Sounds good.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to immediately throw the Mortal Kombat related question to my co-host Bard. So tell me, what is your first memory with Mortal Kombat as we celebrate the release of this video game movie? Shoot.
I think, yeah, before I go into that, let me just say what's going on. Mortal Kombat trailer came out, I think it's been a month now?
It's been a month, and the movie just came out.
The movie just came out on Friday. The funny thing is, it's not available to stream in Canada.
Nope.
Which is insane. So and I was looking up why. HBO Max goes by Crave in Canada, and Crave has some what do you call it? Exclusivity with Bell.
Yeah, it does.
So even if you get HBO Max through Crave in Canada, you still don't get all of the shows at the same time as the US HBO Max.
I had no idea about that.
So not only do we pay more, we also get half the stuff that they do, which is perfect.
What a surprise!
Thanks, Bell.
Thank you, Bell.
Thank you.
And I'm with them. So fuck me, right?
Yeah. So, anyways, check out that trailer, guys.
Yeah, please do. Please check it out. I think it's not a bad trailer. I think it's solid.
What did you think of the trailer?
I haven't watched it in that 1 month, but I just remember that I appreciated. Here's my take, and I haven't seen the movie yet, but what I'm hoping that we get from the movie and based on the trailer is in my opinion, the most successful movies that are based off of a medium like a video game or a comic. Usually, the best approach is you keep true to some elements, but you also stray away in different ways. You
Absolutely.
sort of have this synthesis, and that's what the movie looks like. So that's a thumbs up for me. It doesn't have to be exactly true to the game, because honestly, you and I both have played the games. We know how crazy the plot is.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that translates well to movies,
Exactly.
quite frankly. So I for one dig it. And trailer's not enough to judge a movie off of, nor have I read any spoilers. So I think I'll be happy when I see it. What about you? What did you think of that trailer?
I like the look of it. A few things are concerning to me. The first thing was the tone of the trailer. It seems to take itself a bit more seriously than you would hope a Mortal Kombat movie takes itself.
It does. It's not an issue for me, but I can totally see how that's an issue for someone else.
Yeah, it's trying to be cinematic and everything. I'm not sure if serious is the tone I want for a Mortal Kombat movie, but that being said, it looks quite accurate to the games. They show off some of the moves. They say some of their catchphrases and whatnot.
They do.
It seems
I think that we're gonna have a very if you're a fan of Sub-Zero and Scorpion, I think you might be happy. I think you're gonna be happy. That's my guess. I don't know much more, but
I think we did see a glimpse of Scorpion before he turns Grandmaster Asashi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, looking forward to when I can actually watch it in Canada.
I'm looking forward to it too. It makes me realize though, talking about Hanzo Hasashi, if you guys have played the video games, you know there's a rich lore between the clans and stuff.
Yeah.
And if they really drum that up and make it palpable and emotionally driven and have stakes, it'll be good. If you can play that up and maybe even have it be the anchor of the movie, I don't know, but that could be good, right?
The action looks decent. CG looks decent. Yeah.
It's not like a huge big budget movie, but
No.
50 million is nothing to sneeze at. But
yeah,
it looks great. I mean, I'll take it because I think you and I. Actually, let me speak for myself. When you play these sort of games and read certain comics, like I do, the nerd that I am, you'll take what you can get. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. What was I gonna ask you?
You were asking me something about Mortal
First
Kombat.
memory of
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. That's what I was asking you.
Oh, why don't you go first?
My first memory, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance PS2. No, sorry, Mortal Kombat 4 PS1. I
Okay.
think that was called Mortal Kombat 4 Gold, maybe. And then the second experience, which I remember way better, was Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance on the PS2 with when Quan Chi and Shang Tsung team up.
Is that the one with the weapons?
Yes, yes, it
Oh
is.
dear.
And it's 3D, and they have like movement in 3D. Like it's not a 2D anymore, right? Or 2.5D. So that was hey, I dug it. And at the time, that's when we came up with calling Quan Chi. We used to call him Crunchy. We're like, oh, look, it's fucking crunchy. And then, but I remember I was like almost traumatized when the death scene or the death cutscene in PS1.
Fatalities?
No, the death cutscene in MK4.
Oh, when
It's
you
like
when you
those
lose
fall in
the
a
stage,
pit.
you fall down the pit of spikes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that shit
Oh yeah,
fucked me up,
that
dude.
was scary.
That scared me.
I
Yeah.
remember it's funny you said that because my first experience was also MK4 uh,
Oh,
on PC. Yeah,
PC.
yeah. I'm not sure if it was official or I emulated the N64 version,
I
but
think you emulated.
I remember one of the maps used to
Yeah.
freak me out because there was this tree in the background with the face.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and they brought that back for MK9, that
Oh, that's
stage.
so cool.
Yeah, I remember that stage when they brought it back. I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
Um,
4 was 3D. Could
four
you
was
could you
four
move
was.
up and down in 4?
I think you're right. I think you actually could.
I
I
think
could
you
be
could
wrong.
also pick up stuff off the ground.
Yes, you could. You
Yeah.
couldn't like you didn't have like a weapon stance, but you could pick stuff up off the ground. I think,
Yeah, yeah.
if I remember correctly. People can correct me when I say that, but we used to always like, and you did this too probably. Like when you hear the characters like scream when they fight, and you like try to think of what they're saying. Like Raiden, you'd be like Krav Maga, and we'd always say he's saying Krav Maga, like
Oh,
Krav Maga.
misheard. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Cause
Raiden, or he's like when he flies at you, electric fly.
yeah,
We used to think he's saying, "Give me your money!" Like, "Give me your money!
yeah.
Give me your money!"
Because the
uh,
audio was so crunchy
they
at
had the
that time.
funniest. Yeah, it really was. They had the funniest like lines, like
Yeah, they did.
Kotal Khan and MK10 being like, "Walili, what's Walili?" And he'd like stick his hand to the sky and shit. Anyway, I love doing that stuff where you take a character when they talk and try to insert what you think they're trying to
Yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah, 4 was good fun.
So that was your first memory, huh?
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Wow, what are the odds? Again, something we have in common. Never ceases to amaze me. Oh, but I gotta talk about soundtrack for MK because
Mm.
it's not as memorable as a certain other game series. Like we talked about how Sonic's soundtrack is like always banging,
Oh yeah.
but MK like when the soundtrack is banging, it's banging. Like I
Mm-hmm.
thought MK9 had like my favorite songs in it. Like there was the stage from MK1, MK2. Um, I forget the name of the stage, but it's the temple where you fight in the tournament. Uh, and then there's another stage in MK10 with Quan Chi's lair. That was dope.
Oh
That's
yeah,
like the
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
sick
yeah.
music,
I think
like
they brought that back for 11 too.
they did. I didn't see it, or I
Yeah.
forget. Either one. I haven't played 11 yet, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you
I
guys.
beat it.
I watched all the cutscenes though, because I wanted the experience,
Mm-hmm.
the movie cutscene experience, which they always do well. NRS.
Amazing, amazing.
Thumbs up to you. I love fighting game stories, so
Yeah.
two thumbs up for you.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the MK music? Can you think of any bangers, or do you just what's your general
I
thoughts?
I remember 9 having pretty good music. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, 9 was my favorite,
Yeah.
easily. Speaking of music, there's music, and we've talked about this before, but we wanted to save it for talking with you people about. It's music that we're like a little bit embarrassed of, or music that we find is like really unlike us, like people wouldn't expect we'd listen to it.
Mm.
And I want to throw it over to you first, because I know I want to hear your thoughts first. What have people told you, or what do you listen to that is either unlike you, or like something you might be just a little bit embarrassed about?
So I'll divide that into two things. One is music that is mainstream and popular, like just certain singers or bands that you wouldn't expect like our demographic to listen to. I mean, one is obviously, I'm a nerd. I listen to music from anime and video games. If I'm in a car with friends, I'm not gonna play that shit.
I
I'm
do
not gonna
too. I'm not.
subject them to that. But I
I
do
don't.
listen to that stuff. It's a guilty
Yeah.
pleasure of mine. It's
Yep.
stuff that I've from media that I've enjoyed. So
I do that too.
and there's some great music in video games and anime, but you know, it's in a group setting you wouldn't usually play that.
Yeah, you would.
So obviously that's something I wouldn't play in company. The other I would say goes into artists, certain artists that have a certain demographic tied to them. It's no secret among my friends, I'm a huge fan of Taylor Swift. Some people find it, some people don't like it if, or they find it funny that a guy listens to Taylor Swift. But
I remember you told me, I was like, to each their own, you do what you want.
yeah,
But we know somebody who, when you said it, they were like, like they're like, what?
whatever, man. It's good music. It's good taste, and for me, it doesn't really bother me. That
It shouldn't.
no,
Yeah.
it's good
I mean,
music.
for me, do you guys? I don't know if people who are listening know.
The thing with, well, sorry. The thing with guys is feel like there's an expectation because it's so weird because boy band music is not for our demographic. Okay, I understand. But then
Yeah.
female artists are not our demographic either. It's like we're always expected to listen to either metal, rock, or rap
Rap,
or hip hop.
hip
And
hop.
I listen
Yeah.
to metal. 90% of my music is rock. I like Tool. I like AC/DC. I like all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
different tastes.
I agree with that notion. Like they kind of funnel dudes into like we have to like assume that we can only listen to like one kind of music, right?
Yeah.
Or a few kinds.
And I
Um,
love hip hop and rock. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah.
come
I
on.
listen to like everything, but I
Yeah.
have my stuff that I'll talk about.
I'll listen to the poppiest shit ever, and I'll still like it.
Yeah.
Too bad.
My music taste, I notice it's boiled down to like the beats in a song. If the beats are good, like
Okay. Yeah.
if the instrumental is banging, you got me. Like I'm hooked. Like I
Yeah.
almost like ignore the lyrics almost, which some would say is bad, but whatever. Like that's just me. I'm a weirdo when it comes to music taste.
Yeah.
But I do listen. I've listened to like game soundtracks, anime
Mhm.
soundtracks, cartoon soundtracks that I've heard.
Yeah.
Anything good, like I've listened to it. Absolutely. Um,
What about
oh my-
like more mainstream artists that you feel embarrassed about?
Actually, believe it or not, I don't think I have like a mainstream artist that I'm embarrassed about. But I think I wouldn't call this embarrassment. But what's really unlike me is listening to. It was an '80s like duo. They're called Modern Talking, and they have a few like songs like Sherry Sherry Lady,
Okay.
Brother Louie, and like this. Like people who know me are like all I listen to is rap and reggae.
Yeah.
The two R's, rest and relaxation, rap and reggae. That's all I listen to now. And then I remember I played the songs for you once in Discord. You're like, what the hell? Like you listen to this? Like unironically? I'm like, yes, sir. Unironically, I listen to Modern Talking, and I would say that's like the main thing, the main like group that I listen to, which is like completely the opposite of what I normally listen to.
I get you.
Am I embarrassed about it?
No.
No, not at all.
Same thing here.
Because I think when you adopt the mindset, you do what the hell you want to do. You really don't care too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, my preference at the end of the day is always like rap and reggae. I used to listen to metal when I was younger.
Yeah.
I went through a phase of like metal and rock and roll, whatever,
Yeah.
all those different subgenres and stuff. But no, I'm out of it now. You know?
The most metal I can listen to, honestly, there's some power metal bands I like, and there's Tool, which
I gotta listen to them. I hear you guys. I hear you
Tool is
and-
amazing.
Yeah, I gotta hear it out. I gotta hear this stuff out, man.
It's
I
funny
know.
when because Tool and Taylor Swift were fighting for number one yeah, 1 year. Yeah.
They did? Really?
Yeah, which is really impressive for Tool because they're not in the mainstream as much, obviously. But
That's so
as a
interesting.
fan of both, I love it. More
This feels
music
like
for me.
music trivia.
Yeah.
Music trivia.
Yeah.
And I'm not talented. Like I'm not a talented musical player. Like I sucked at the saxophone as a kid.
You could argue that I'm not either.
I think you're way better than I am. I think, guys, he's downplaying himself. He's a man of many talents. He can sing. He can play music.
Debatable.
All I can do is strip and dance for you people. That's my talent.
That's
God
a
bless.
talent. That's a talent.
Yeah, I'll strip for you guys. It's disgusting though. You don't want to look at me. No one wants to see my hairy ass cheeks. Anyway,
Mm.
uh,
Bet someone's into that.
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely sure there's someone into it. Yeah, I played the latest instrument I played was the samba, the surdos, the drums. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. Maybe
But
we
to
can
get
talk
back
about
on topic, was there any like act that you listen to? Like I know ABBA, like yeah, it's pop, but I think people really don't mind if you listen to ABBA because it's considered to be a classic at this point.
it. Doesn't ring a bell at the now that you're putting me on the spot. So
No.
I'm kind of. I think people have told me I sort of live under a rock too,
But
and I kind of understand that like opinion of me.
yeah.
But any last thoughts on like? I know we transitioned into music a bit. Any last thoughts on surrounding that?
No, no. Just honestly listen to whatever you like. Unless it's K-pop. I'm just kidding.
Ooh,
I'm
shots,
just kidding. I'm just
shots.
kidding.
It's like Vince McMahon. It's like when you find a friend of yours that listens to K-pop. It's like you're like Vince McMahon. You go
I'm
in their
just
face.
kidding, guys. There's some K-pop even I like. I'll admit.
I've never heard a bit of K. Well, I've heard it. Like I've heard J-pop and K-pop, but like I try and like I, you know when like you
J-pop
have, like
is legit, bro.
I've listened to both, but I don't
Yeah.
like either. But I've heard it, and it's almost like my ear has like a barrier.
Yeah.
I don't let it get in there.
No, different genres for me. I feel like J-pop. I take over any day. It might be biased, but
I heard it once in my life, or
Yeah.
twice tops. But
for sure.
speaking of games, didn't you had something you wanted to talk about regarding Final
Yeah,
Fantasy?
topic that we are a little bit late on, but no worries. Better late than never. Final Fantasy VII Remake exclusivity ending. Now, did you even know that it was a timed exclusive? Because
Zero.
it was on PlayStation for so long that I kind of assumed it was just a Sony exclusive,
That's what I thought.
just like
quite
the
frankly.
original Final Fantasy VII
Yeah.
at the time. But no, absolutely, this was apparently a timed exclusive, which the window just ended in April.
Yeah, I had no idea like that it was even a timed exclusive.
Yeah.
But you know more about this than I do, so like I'm not gonna chat too much from an uninformed perspective. But what are your thoughts on like the whole thing? What's the deal? Like, is there anything that maybe people should know about, or
Like I said, I wasn't that informed either, but it is nice. I guess Sony had some involvement in the production of this game for it to be a timed exclusive, or they
probably.
bought their way into it. It is very nice. I haven't played it yet just because I don't have a PlayStation console right now, but hopefully we see news of it coming to PC and Xbox. Absolutely. And the next chapter of this remake, because remember, this remake is going to be in 3 kind of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So the second chapter is supposedly aiming for this year as well, which is nice. Yeah.
That first chapter got delayed a lot, eh? Do you remember
It
that?
did get delayed a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I wonder what happened.
at that time, people didn't know it was going to be episodic. So it was a bit of a shock when... Yeah, it's weird, but I get it. Games are more detailed now. What do you think about that? That a remake, almost... damn, how old is it? More than 20 years old remake is now taking like 3 separate games to reimagine. For
I think it's
current
okay,
generation.
but you need to do enough to distinguish it from its predecessor. That's all I ask. If you're gonna do it, like charge a good price for it. Like that's not like the regular price of a new game that comes out on a next gen, but
I think that is the idea though.
um,
That's what kind of sucks, right? Because you're paying 3 full-priced games.
yeah, it's almost like you need to. I know there's differences from the original Final Fantasy game. I just know that.
Oh
there's,
yeah,
like,
it's completely different.
yeah.
It's not a
And
remaster or anything. It's
I appreciate that, but at the same time, it's like I'm okay with it.
It's not ideal.
I don't think it's. I don't think I'm against it or for it, but it's not. I don't. If you're gonna do it, that's all I can say is like you can't. I don't think it's right to charge people full price for it. That's all.
For three separate games, right?
Yeah, it's a
That's
bit too much. It's like almost like playing up on people's nostalgia. And think about it, right? We didn't know it was going to be episodic, and then now we know it is. So it's almost like the people that bought the first game is like, well, now I gotta get the next two
yeah.
to see how the story goes. And it's like, if if you or myself, speaking for myself, didn't know any better, it's like they planned that, right? They, oh, by the way, it's episode. Why am I Spider-Man? By the way, it's episodic.
Maybe
Yeah.
what they could do is if you own the first episode, you get a discount.
Yes, and like
Yeah.
extra perks, like big perks for
And
shit.
once everything is finished, they could release the whole thing under one package. That would be nice.
Yo, Square Enix, get his number. Just
Yeah.
contact
No, I
the
mean,
email. Get him, get him, get him. He's your
that
marketing
makes
guy.
no, that makes sense to me. Be-
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, I would like to play it now that it is on. Well, it's not out yet for other platforms, but
there's so many games I haven't played yet that it is a game I want to play, and I think I will eventually. The only Final Fantasy I ever played was 10.
that's a good
No,
one.
10 and played 7 a bit, but I don't count it as playing it like properly.
Yeah,
10 and 12 I played.
those are good ones.
Yeah, 10 and
Yeah.
12. I have very strong memories of 12 and 10, both of them.
Yeah,
And I enjoyed them, but I sucked balls at them both. So, I
I
was
don't know. For me,
garbage.
for 10, for what I've played, it was kind of autopilot. But I
Fair
guess
enough.
if you turn up the difficulty, you could have. I don't know if you can do that. I have no idea. It's been
I
so
don't
long.
remember,
It's
but
been
I
so
really,
long.
it's been a while since I played it. Too. I
Yeah.
still got my copy.
Nice.
But yeah. I mean, any closing thoughts on this Final Fantasy ordeal?
What do you think of timed exclusives?
I don't like it.
No, yeah, same.
I don't like it. You're restricting people. That's all I gotta say. Like, I don't like it.
I guess the conversation is then, what do you think of exclusives in general?
Again, don't like it. Um, Yo, do you remember one of the stupidest exclusive debacles was Spider-Man on the Avengers, and they
Yeah,
relegated him only
yeah.
to PS5 or PS4 players?
Okay, and
Do I need to say more? Like you're relegating like a downloadable character to one console. It's like,
absolutely that sucks. But in
what?
hindsight, I don't think many people stuck with that game anyway.
Oh, that game, dude, they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
They announced that before the game came out. Like, nice way to turn
Nice.
people against you, right?
Yeah, totally.
That game is a mess. We might need to talk about it when I beat the game and finally play it. Because I have a copy. I got it. I got it with my new processor. It was
Yeah.
free with my free air quotes with my processor.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, it's nice, but it's also a sign of like something worrisome regarding the game. Do you know what I mean?
That's how I got a Resident Evil 3. I got it with
That's
my
how you got it?
with my GPU, yeah.
Which one? Resident Evil
3, the remake.
The remake?
Speaking
Oh
of
shit.
remakes, yeah.
We're in the age of the '90s remakes now, aren't we?
Oh yeah, big time.
That's sort of the wave we're riding right now. '90s
Yep.
remakes. Like, think about it, right? Dragon Ball Z made a comeback, which for the Americans audience was in the '90s predominantly. Also was for the Japanese audience too. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're on like a wave of like
Oh yeah,
remakes.
we're going off topic here.
Yeah. But anyways,
So
oh yeah,
we are not a fan of exclusives.
no, we're
We
not.
kind of like playing our games on whatever we want.
Give people freedom, god damn it.
Yep.
For those in America,
America.
I'm sure they agree with us wholeheartedly.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Give players their freedom. Anyway, now this is a bit of a hot topic question. Pineapples on pizza.
Is
You
this
like
what we're
it?
closing out the podcast with? This
Yes.
this
yes,
is
we
Civil
are.
War.
This is Civil War. We got to end it like this. But we could be on the same team in this Civil War.
It shouldn't be Civil War because obviously the right answer is say it with me.
No,
What?
no, I don't like.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think
No pineapples.
ordinarily. No, it just doesn't belong on pizza.
No.
And if you can like if you put it in front of me, I'll eat it. But I'm not gonna. Like you need to make it work.
Why would
Like,
you
you
ruin
know-
a perfectly good pizza with
It doesn't need-
with pineapples?
Yeah, not to mention just eat like pineapple will wear down your it has enzymes that break down your
Why would you put
Cell lining.
Why would you put fruit on pizza?
It's the carnivorous fruit. The fucking pineapple.
And before you say
Dude.
tomatoes, that doesn't count.
Speaking of which, do you remember we have a mutual friend who talked about mango on pizza, and he said he liked it.
Oh god.
Now, do we get out the sniper rifle? Like, what do we do?
I don't
Like,
think he's my mutual friend anymore.
Oh, poor guy. If he hears this, he's gonna be like, "What the, you piece of poop."
How can you be friends if you can't have the same pizza together?
Yeah, it's true, dude. I ate a pizza. I had a frozen pizza last night. I should be disgusted with myself.
Yeah.
But it was good.
You living that frozen meals life?
Well, just for that meal. I was desperate and hungry.
As we all are.
I was naked and afraid and hungry. Naked and hungry, naked and famished. But yeah, pineapple on pizza. Like, if you like it, I'm always like this in life. Do what you want, but
no. In this case, no.
If I had a choice here, I would tell you not to put pineapple.
Objectively wrong in this case.
Yeah, I don't think it belongs. That's just my take. You do what you want.
No,
but I don't
no. I disagree.
You disagree with people doing what they want?
Yeah, in this case.
You heard it, people. He doesn't. We said it was fine with music.
It should be. It should be outlawed.
Outlawed.
Yeah.
That's going pretty far. People are gonna have a problem with you. You know.
People are gonna be smuggling pineapples.
You're gonna be sending arrows through your window. You know, right?
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I call you and like you're not picking up. It's like, what happened?
Yeah.
And I find you and there's like a note on your body saying, "How dare you take away our right? How dare you take away my God-given right to pineapple on pizza?"
What other topping do you not like? Nothing else for me has as much of a reaction as pineapple. But is there anything else that you don't like?
Topping, not topic. I'm having a brain fart.
Just to wrap up.
I'm weird with sun-dried tomatoes.
I like it.
You gotta do it right. I've seen it done in a poop way.
Yeah.
Right. But there's no topping. Actually, mango might cause the same reaction.
Okay, that doesn't count. We only know one guy who does that.
Yeah, it's pineapple.
Yeah.
It's the only one I can think of off the top of my head that like gets me all fucked up and riled up.
The thing is, I think we invented it, or at least we play a big part in it. Canada, right?
Canadians did it?
Yeah, Hawaiian pizza is mostly a Canadian thing, right?
Oh God! Oh.
From what I know.
I forgot about that. If it's true, then I forgot. Oh, we should be
ashamed.
We should be hung and quartered, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with us? How dare we? Spitting in the face of Italians. Ugh. Oh. Anyway.
As my cat scratches all my furniture.
I cannot hear it, but that must be funny.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we got for today. Any closing thoughts?
Let's wrap it up.
My lovely co-host.
Pretty good.
Let's wrap it up.
Managed to stay on topic this time, which is
guys,
nice.
Please remember to always wrap it up, by the way. It's COVID, actually. You shouldn't even be, you know, you shouldn't even be doing the crazy shit. Anyway, God bless you, people. God bless you, lovely people. You guys stay safe, and it's been a pleasure. And feedback is always appreciated, and we'll catch you guys next week. Radicus is out.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time.